Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started today, you should just like this video because I already know that you're gonna like it like when you're watching it, so just press the like button already so I can become famous. Thank you. Today we are talking about why you shouldn't be insecure. And this is not to be like to build up your ego. Actually, it's probably gonna be the opposite, to break it down and like rebuild yourself with God, essentially. Knowing that you're enough with God, I don't know how to describe it, but that's kind of like the gist of it. So it's gonna be more spirituality and faith-based confidence that we are going to be building. And obviously this is like a daily thing that I personally work on because I wake up with such limiting beliefs, fear, insecurity, and then I get in touch with God. And the key is to trust God's word and the promises and all these things above your thoughts. Because when I'm trusting my thoughts that are negative, like my day is negative, my day is dark, but versus when I trust God's love and faith, like I move a lot differently throughout the day. So this is going to be specifically about being insecure and like people pleasing and being codependent through my experience and through what I've learned with God and my own journey working on these things, because they cause me so much misery and just like suffering that's not necessary because I'm so wrapped up in what people think about me, how good I am, if I'm good enough, how I'm performing in this and this and that, like, trying to earn people's love and permission to be me, when it's like I've done things exactly how people want me to do. I say yes to everything and they still aren't like happy with me because I can't fully satisfy other people if they're not satisfied within themselves. So I wrote some things down. Let's get into it. What is the first thing I wrote down? Okay, without struggles and humility, we wouldn't need God. That's why he didn't make us perfect or expect us to be. So I guess this comes from like when I started my walk with God, it was like, I'm still anxious. You know, it's supposed to be like get out of self and help others, or just get out of self in general. And it's like, genuinely, like I want to be helpful. I want to be like a beneficial presence and light and yeah, like super woman under the wing of God. But I was like, I'm crippled with anxiety, or like I keep making mistakes in life because I'm reliant on other people rather than God. But it's almost like I can't not people please. Or like the biggest thing is like ADHD. Why did God give me ADHD? Like all I want to do is do the dishes and they just seem to never be able to get done. But I've started like 4 businesses while I was supposed to just be doing the dishes. First of all, like for the ADHD, my therapist likes to tell me that like allows me to be creative. So looking at these things that we like don't like, hate about ourselves, right? We don't like about ourselves. Seeing, so whoa, I just like blew through that sentence. But seeing kind of like the light in it, seeing like the good that comes out of it. And if you can't really see that, I guess, then just like asking God help you, like God help me be more patient, God help me focus to just do the dishes. I need your help because this is where I'm falling short as man. And like we're designed to be that way. If we were perfect, like why would we need God? We wouldn't. If we could do everything perfectly, make a bunch of money, have all the strength in the world, like we wouldn't need God. But we do, and we have God. And yeah, that's just the whole sentence. And like God allows these struggles and these like character defects for us to rely on him and grow with him because that's his goal, right? One of the goals is like to become closer to him, like not put money or relationships above him. So through our struggles, like me personally, through my struggles, I have leaned so hard into God, and like I do find that relief and peace even in my struggle and in my pain and things that I want to change about myself. I can look back and be like, oh wow, being super codependent actually helped me get sober, because when people were inviting me to do things in recovery, like I was too afraid to say no, so I said yes, and here I am like 3.5 years later with sobriety. Also knowing it served its purpose then, and I don't really need to live like that anymore. Like I don't need to follow someone else's voice above God's, because that's just not a thing. So that's with that. Like when you want to change who you are, your surroundings, like everything is the way it's supposed to be right now. Like what is God teaching you? Ask yourself that, like what's God teaching you? If you're so impatient, like ask God to help you learn patience, which is kind of a trick question because he's probably going to challenge you with more things to be patient about. And you're going to be like, I feel even more impatient and even crazier. That's where you learn. Like he's not just gonna be like, poof, you're so strong, you're patient, you don't have ADHD anymore. Okay, wait, and another thing that this kind of segues into, you don't have the things you want or have the personality you want as punishment. God doesn't want you to be anyone but you. He designed you uniquely to be you, not to act like Sally down the street. Sally down the street is her own girl. That's why it's not working when you try and be someone else. It just isn't gonna work. Like, sounds so simple and like duh, but like we try to be other people all the time, every day. And he wants to give you everything. Like not giving you these things that you want is not punishment. He wants you to be abundant and great, but like you kind of have to earn it. Like it's kind of just like for me, if I buy a course, if I download a course that's free, I usually never look at it. But if it was like $70, I usually look through it. And if it was $1,000, oh, bitch, I'm looking through it, I'm learning it, I'm implementing it in my life and figuring out how I can make that investment back and then make it back again. Kind of the same idea, maybe that's what it makes me think of. Like, we need to see the value in this transformation for it to like really be implemented in our lives. These are just like my notes, so bear with me. I don't think he's excited to give it to you because then you'll glorify that over him. Meaning, idolize it. So like idolizing money or clothes or status or your profession, building your ego to be like, this is why I'm worthy. It's like, no, you're just worthy because of God, because he said you are, because he created you to be the way that you are. There's nothing that you have to prove or get better at. It's just like, you are you. And I think that God gives us these gifts like money, for example, as an opportunity to like help yourself and help others. It's gonna sound very like Bible-y, but like giving you the keys to the kingdom, but not being like, oh, I actually welded and made this key myself. It's like, no, God gave you the keys. So everything that you have is abundance. Like did you just hear my reminder go off? I have like 3 calendars around the house. One's paper, one's on my phone, and one's an electronic one that like dings when I'm supposed to be doing stuff. So I wonder what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Anyway, like I think that when we get this abundance, for me, seeing it as like, this is all because of God. This money, these clothes, these opportunities is because of God. It's not because of what I've done. So that's like putting the ego aside and sitting in humility, where it's like, I am nothing without God. And these great things are to glorify God, not to glorify man or like what I think I've done on my own. Like it's not a one-man job by me. That's kind of like take what you want with it. That's kind of what I think. But I also think that God gives us this abundance, right? Like money, for example. This is just the easiest one. Also reveal your true colors. Like I feel like when I came into a little bit more money, it revealed to me that I can't be trusted with money. Like I was spending it a lot, and I was chasing the validation and the high that the money gave me. I didn't look at it as like sacred from God. It was like, I earned it. I worked for it. It's like, okay, who gave you the job? Who gave you the healthy body to work? Like it all comes back to God for me. So it's not always like, oh, this money I'm glorified. Like that money actually taught me some hard lessons that I needed to learn. So I think all these things are just tools, and it's like abundance isn't always going to be 100% guaranteed all the time, like more. Because sometimes you need to fall to be humbled to come back to God. Does that make sense? I think I got the point across that I'm trying to make. Okay, and then kind of circling back to like insecurity and like your struggles and want to change who you are, to say that you're like ugly or worthless or your personality sucks, essentially questioning God's work, right? Like God created you. So you're being like, you messed up, sir. And it's like, babe, you're telling God that he messed up. Like he's God. He like invented fucking everything. So that's all. Just let that one simmer. And like the way God sees us, God looks at you and thinks you're beautiful and amazing no matter what. He sees your light. He created you to be light. He loves you unconditionally. And that's so special. Like no man can love another person like fully unconditionally. Like I've experienced unconditional love with my partner, but we're humans and we fall short. Sometimes I disappoint him or he disappoints me. And it's like, we never disappoint God. Like we fall and then we get back up with him. And it's like, not like, oh, you messed up, you're a loser. It doesn't look at us and like say those things. It's like, oh, you fell, let's get up together. Like, what did you learn from that fall? You're stronger now, you know? And so humans can give us like unconditional love, but like 99%, like God is like the truest form of unconditional love. And like, there's nothing that you can do to convince him to be like, no, I have acne, like I am ugly. He's like, bitch, please. Like, I'm looking at your soul anyway, you know? And like, you're just beautiful regardless. And I think that's like so special, that no matter what anyone says to me or what I think about myself, like I can't change God's opinion. And like he's stoked on the way that he made me, made you, made us, which is like so cute. And kind of going back to like the codependency, people pleasing, like when we're so focused on people pleasing, we're putting other people above God, because we shouldn't have to people please, right? Like we want to be kind to other people, we want to please other people, but we don't want to be like so obsessed with like the intention of like, I need you to like me. I'm doing this because I need you to like me, rather than like, hey, I'm doing this because it's like in my intention to help you or show up for you or do this thing or give you this gift. If you don't like the gift, like I don't need to go home and be like, I'm such a piece of shit, I suck. It's like, I gave you the gift and the outcome is like left to you. If you don't like the gift, I can't change your opinion of it. I could take it back to the store and get you a new one. But it's like, if you're gonna say, you're such a bad friend, you got me the wrong gift, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't need to absorb that. Like I tried with my intention to show up for you and to please you, but that's where it stops, you know? Like I don't need to absorb the way another person reacts. I can be like compassionate and accommodating and try and like work with them. But there's a point where if someone's not happy within themselves, there's nothing you can do to make them happy or like make them be the way that you want them to be. Like stop trying to change other people as well to fit your agenda. Yeah. So that's a huge thing for me, is like when I'm getting all codependent, it's like, am I more worried about this opinion? Am I more worried about this person's opinion about myself, or am I worried about what's up with God? And normally I just shoo God out and I'm like, yeah, I'll do what you want and this and that and tell me how to run my life and blah, blah, blah. I don't trust myself and blah. How can I make you happy? No, bring that energy to God. Like, where I believe that like I'm here to serve God. So the minute I start placing people, places, and things above him, that's where I start getting all anxious and fearful and insecure and just wacky. So I think like the moral of the story is where insecurity comes up, where struggle comes up, like lean into God. Ask, what can I learn here? How can I grow here? Give me the strength and courage to grow here. Give me the strength and courage to grow here. Give me the strength and courage to grow here, because a lot of times it's, I mean, for me, it's like not easy. Like, it's uncomfortable being in the comfort zone, but then it's uncomfortable being outside of the comfort zone where it's scary and unknown. So it's kind of like, pick your heart. The point of us being on earth is to grow and evolve and learn and connect, in my opinion. So like, how can we do that? And how can we get this peace in our heart that we don't need to worry so much of what other people think about us, because they're not the ones in charge of my life anyway. And also, I don't need to believe when people say negative things about me. Like, it can just roll off my shoulders. Of course, I'm human. I can feel my hurt, but bring it to God and be like, this hurts me, you know? And feel my feelings and honor yourself, but don't let it fuck you up for a week and be like, you're right, I am, what did I just say, stupid or whatever. I don't need to believe that, you know, because that's not what God says about me. And so I need to believe God over my thoughts. So my thoughts influence my behaviors and feelings in a positive way rather than a negative way, and just like running with that. I'm someone that will run with like this negativity for like as long as I can until something new comes up that I can be negative about. And it's just like, that serves no purpose. I hate living like that. And so we are stepping into embracing who God created me to be. Not trying to change it and just like honoring it, even though I'm like, I should be this way and this and this and that. Like, girl, you don't even know how to like follow a simple recipe without like burning the pasta. So I don't think you know what you want and what you need and can run the show. So I just be giving it back up. Yeah, hope this helps. The moral of the story is just to be a boss ass bitch with God and walk with boldness and humility, and you're cool. So act like it. Okay, bye. Love you.